Okay, Mazal Tov, Baruch Hashem, Am Yisrael were able, the soldiers, our dear soldiers were able to take over again the Beaufort Castle. It's a big thing. I remember years ago that it was a very hard war, very hard fight. Soldiers were dying, mamash, like going up there. It was on the news constantly. It took time. Today you wake up in the morning or after Shabbat, you open the news and they took it over. No injuries, no casualties, all good. They took it over. Baruch Hashem, how beautiful, how wonderful. And we as they're taking a stronghold in Lebanon, we like to learn a little bit about what the Torah says about our part in Lebanon. Is Lebanon part of Eretz Yisrael Hashlema? About a year and a half ago, when the war started, roughly like that time when the war started with the peepers, I wrote an article in the Jerusalem Post named "Is Lebanon Part of Israel?" something like that. And I wrote all the Marei Mekomot, all the sources from the Torah, we'll see from Yehoshua. And it mamash blew up in major Arabs websites, mamash major, and they had to take it down. The Jerusalem Post took it down. But if anybody wants to see it, if you just put the title is Lebanon part of Israel, you'll find it because it's not on Jerusalem Post, but it's all over all the other sites. And you'll see that it says that the internet doesn't forget anything. One of the sites says like that. So they took it off. But we like to speak about that. What does the Torah say about it? Starting already by Brit Ben Abetarim, Avraham Avinu, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu makes a covenant with him, he tells him the following words: Bayom hu karat Adonai et Avraham Brit lemor, lezaracha natati et haaretz azot. I gave this land to your descendants. From where? What's the borders of that land? Minahar Mitzrayim ad hanahar hagadol nehar Perat. From the river of Mitzrayim, wherever that is. That's not our topic for today. But ad hanahar hagadol nehar Perat. Where is the nehar hagadol nehar Perat? Nehar Perat is the Euphrates River. It's going across Turkey, Iraq. It's a long river. Goes through Syria, Iraq, Turkey, and all that part belongs to Am Yisrael. This is called Eretz Yisrael Hashlema, the promised land. If the full picture of Eretz Yisrael, this is the full land, the entire land. Now, while they protesting on the streets from the river to the sea, this is the real river to the sea. From the river of Mitzrayim to the sea, to the big sea of Nehar Perat. Why is it called Big Sea? Why is it called Nehar Gadol? The simple explanation is because it is big. It's very long. It's not very thick, but it is very long. It goes across all the way from the east to the west. But Rashi and the Mefarshim explain that it's big because Chazal say because Eretz Yisrael is big, and anything that is part of Eretz Yisrael it gets the title big as well. When you're close to the king, so everything about you is also royally. So that's what it says over here. So we see that Avraham Avinu already was promised for his descendants the land. But Rashi says over here, if you count the nations that we're supposed to conquer, there's 10 nations over here. It says over here, et HaKeni, et HaKnizi, et HaKadmoni, that's 3, et HaChiti, v'Aprizi, et HaRefaim, et HaEmori, v'Knaani, v'Girgashi, v'Yevusi. 10 nations. Rashi, he quotes, it's really Yerushalmi, but Rashi brings over here, there's only 7 nations that Am Yisrael conquered, not 10. But the promise was to conquer 10 nations. So Yerushalmi says, Rashi brings this down, that's going to be La'atid Lavo. Or Chaim also says. Or Chaim HaKadosh says that's going to be La'atid Lavo. When Am Yisrael went and conquered Eretz Yisrael, when they went from the Midbar, on the journey from Mitzrayim to Eretz Yisrael, they conquered Eretz Shivat Amamin. But La'atid Lavo, in the future, before Mashiach comes, in Zman HaGeula, which is now, as we spoke in the past over here a few times, then it will be 10 nations. And this is what Or HaChaim says, Or HaChaim HaKadosh says over here, on this pasuk, that this is a very big chizuk for people in Galut, that they should know that the fulfillment of this promise from HaKadosh Baruch Hu was not yet fulfilled, and it will be in the future. We found this thing also in Parashat Ekev, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says again, it's repeated few times, but we mentioned couple. Kol hamakom asher tidroch kav רגליכם bo, any place that your foot steps, lachem yeh, it belongs to you. Any place you step your foot in, this place belongs to you. Min hamidbar ve'halevanon. So over here, it's more specifically, the Lebanon is part of Eretz Yisrael. Min hamidbar ve'halevanon, min hanahar nehar Perat, ועד הים האחרון יהיה גבולכם. The pesukim also in Matot, Maseh Matot over there, the pesukim give you exactly the borders of where Eretz Yisrael is, and Lebanon is definitely part of Eretz Yisrael. By the way, why is it called Lebanon? What's the word Lebanon? Lebanon, the Gemara says in Yuma Lametet Amud Bet, Lebanon milashon, Lebanon is Lavan, white. Also, I think in Arabic, when you say Lebanon, shu yani Lebanon. Lebanon, I think it means white. Mu? Laban, Labne. Shu yani Labne, Labne. White. Aywa. So, Labne, Lebanon, shemalbinim avonotehem shel Israel. That's what the Gemara says, which means it's a beautiful thing. In Shir HaShirim it says, Apech kemigdal ha-Lebanon, which means the Shir HaShirim, all the praises in Shir HaShirim, Chazal explained in Brachot that it comes to as a parable. Of course, the simple mashal is about a woman that's very, very beautiful. So anything that says in Shir HaShirim, says the Gemara in Brachot, is things that are coming to praise the beauty of a woman. So one of the things that it says over there, Apech kemigdal ha-Lebanon, the nose of that beautiful woman is like a tower, is like the Beaufort Castle in Lebanon. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing that Lebanon is a beautiful place. The Rashal Hirsch, Rav Shimshon Raphael Hirsch explains that the Lebanon, Asher was received in the end, all the way in the end, of the Torah, when the brachot comes, Zot HaBeracha, so Asher receives the bracha, Ki amecha dovecha. What does it mean, Ki amecha dovecha? Rav Shimon Raphael wants to know what it means. He says that there's three things that it means over here. Ki amecha, like your days, you become like detour, becomes old. Some people become old, they become old earlier than they should. So it's a bracha that a person with his age becomes older, not before his age. So that bracha is to Shevet Asher that was in the part of Lebanon. Actually, it has Akko and the Carmel, Hara Carmel. That's the part of Asher. He has part of Lebanon as well. And over there, he says the Rashal Hirsch. He says that there's three things that Lebanon has. First of all, it has the climate. Am Yisrael received from the climate of the good climate in Eretz Yisrael comes from Lebanon. So that's a very big ma'ala in that place. Again, Lebanon doesn't belong to Hezbollah. It belongs to Am Yisrael. Secondly, also it has minerals, a lot of minerals. Lebanon has, by the way, I'm Nogea B'davar. My parents come from Lebanon, but always my parents tell me, you're Lebanese? I tell them, no, I'm Syrian. I'm Syrian, I'm not Lebanese. Why? The question is where the grandparents come from. All the Lebanese come from Syria. No, not Syria. All Syrians come from Lebanon. No, Syrians had to go through Lebanon. No, that's the way it was. They had the spy Shula Cohen, Zichronah Levracha. She took out all the Syrians from Syria. She helped them escape to Lebanon. There was no other place to escape. They had to escape from Lebanon. Thirdly, Lebanon is considered the safety to Am Yisrael. It would be a place that would be like extra miles that would protect them from enemies that would come from other places. So let's just go through what it says in the pesukim. The Ramban over here in Parashat Ekev, the pasuk that we just mentioned, that the land belongs to Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael were given Lebanon as well. He says that the milchama to conquer that place is considered milchemet mitzvah, and it's a complete obligation, because we explained last time that there's two types of mitzvot, milchemet mitzvah and milchemet reshut. The obligated mitzvah, obligated war, mitzvah war, and milchemet reshut. It's volunteer. It's reshut. You want to go. You don't want, you don't go. The Ramban says over here, it's in milchemet chova. People must go to fight that war. Nafka mina, for instance, what it says in the Rambam that we mentioned as well on the fifth parak of the Ilchot Melachim, it says over there that there's three types of milchemet mitzvah. One is milchemet zayin amamim, conquering the land. That's what we're talking about, conquering the land. Secondly was milchemet Amalek. Thirdly, milchemet Ezrat Yisrael miyat tzar abayim alehem, when the nations come to attack. So over here it's milchemet mitzvah for two reasons. One is milchemet kibush haaretz. Secondly, it's milchemet, it's Ezrat tzar. Ezrat Yisrael miyat tzar, come to help out those that are being attacked. Very important to help them out. So the Gemara in Sotah, Perek Chet, the Mishnah says over there, Bameh Dvarim Amurim, that there's discussion over there when you should go, when you shouldn't go. That's milchemet hareshut. There are few things that people that should be drafted to the army are exempt. For instance, a person that just married a woman, a person that just built a house, a person that just planted a vineyard. But it says over there, "Bameh dvarim amurim b'milchemet reshut." But b'milchemet mitzvah hakol yotzim. Everybody has to go to that war. Afilu chatan mechadro vekala michupata. You take a chatan and kala straight from their chuppah to the war. That's how important it is. So, what is milchemet mitzvah? The Rav Eliashiv says, there's a tshuva in Rav Eliashiv in his sefer Kovetz Haarot in Chelek Aleph Siman Resh Mem Gimel. He says that today the wars today are considered milchemet mitzvah. Chacham Ovadia also says such a thing. He was asked a question: what about a soldier that's a Kohen that killed enemies in a war? Can he go and do? Can he duchen? Can he go to do Birkat Kohanim? It says in the pesukim that a person that killed is not allowed to go to be ole and bless Birkat Kohanim. So he proves over there from many sources, Kedarko B'Kodesh, it's in Chavei Dat, Chelek Bet, Siman Yud Daled. He proves over there that that's only if you kill Chas v'Shalom, a regular person. But if you kill a terrorist, it's a mitzvah kavod, and it's considered milchemet mitzvah. So again, he calls that over and over milchemet mitzvah. You see that it is a mitzvah to go to such a place and do such a thing. So to understand again that that part of Lebanon, really from many sources, we don't have time now to go through all the sources, but there are many sources that indicate that part of Lebanon and even beyond is considered part of Eretz Yisrael. By the way, if anybody knows a little bit about Turkish politics, they are very afraid of the Jewish agenda of conquering Turkey as well. Now, it sounds like something that's not real. It sounds like fiction. But if you really look into it, the Turkish government really and Turkish people really are afraid that the next target is the next target of the IDF, which is very scary army in the Middle East. Is the next target is Turkey, and it's based on very much on what we're talking about over here. So that's worth doing homework on your free time, Bezrat Hashem.